everyone. Welcome back to Bodhi's YouTube channel of cool kid stuff. Make sure you are subscribed, like, share, comment, and hit the bell notification icon. So today's my 9th birthday, and it's also the first video I'm doing based on the game of chess. Now, chess has been around. It was invented, they say, about 2,000 years ago in India. If you're not familiar with the game, redo your search, type in how to play chess. After you learn, come back to this video so you can get it more. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the Jerome Gambit. It starts from the Italian opening and then kind of transposes into the Joker piano. So white opens with e4, opening up the files for the queen and bishop, also gaining center control. Then e5, trying to do the same. Knight to f3, attacking the pawn. Now, most Petrov players do this. You could go d6, bishop d6. But knight to c6, defending the pawn. Bishop to c4, already hitting the f7 pawn, which, if you don't know, is black's weakest point. Now, most common reply is like knight f6, and then you could go into like some variation like this. This is most of all better for white, so we don't want to do that. Basically, in the Joker piano, we're like, hey, I don't want to go complicated. I'm probably going to end up being down material anyway, because you have so much aggressiveness at my f7 square. I'm just going to copy and attack your f2 square. Okay, so most common here would be like b4. And you could go into some Evans Gambit line. But in the Jerome Gambit, white plays this tricky move. Again, if you are not an aggressive player, I do not recommend this opening. This is not really as sound as most gambits, and if you don't really have that aggression in your mind, then you're not going to be successful with this opening. So if you're more of a passive player, I do not recommend this. Okay, so bishop captures on f7. Now, if king to f8 or king to e7, that's just bad for black. White can go bishop to b3. This is so bad for black. So after bishop captures on f7, king captures on f7. Well, now you can see why it's powerful. And knight captures on e5 with check. Knight captures on e5. And then if you know tactics, you'll be like, well, we can push d4 and double attack. But we will be down in material if we do that. And even if we go aggression with double attacks, we're still going to be down in material, but we will have a lot of development. So we go for it. Queen h5 check. And I do not recommend knight to b6 blocking, even though it is a fork, because then you just lose the bishop, and this is terrible for black. I recommend g6. And this looks like a blunder at first sight, because you're like, why can't I take the knight? Double attack the bishop and rook. Well, for white players, black has a cheeky little trap here where he can play queen to e7. Here, I actually recommend training off queens. Black wants to do that to minimize the damage, but most white players here, if they have not seen this queen to e7 trap, they'll play queen captures on h8. Then all of a sudden, queen to h4, and they know it's over. We're threatening to take, so white has to castle to defend with the rook. Now, knight to f6, and already you can see it's threatening knight to g4, then after that threatening checkmate, after h3, knight captures, rook captures is blunder, so king basically has no option but to go to h2, h1 is covered. After he goes to h2, queen to f4, check. Only legal spot is g1, knight captures on h3, taking the queen or the knight is illegal because it's double check. King to h1 is forced. Then after knight to f2 check, king to g1, queen to h4. This is already threatening mate. This is going to be very bad for black. For white, his only response is rook captures, and then, well, it's just a matter of time. So, let's go back. What would be a better option for white here? Okay, so the best move actually is taking the queen. And then after white captures, yes, white is down the exchange. A knight and 2 pawns for a bishop, a knight, and a queen. Oh, knight, 2 pawns, and a queen for a bishop, a knight, and a queen. But the thing is, white is down the exchange, but he is way better in development. You could push f4, maybe even d4, open up lines for the bishop. This is going to be a very aggressive game. You can castle on the king side, gambit up this pawn, play f4. This is very good for white. Plus, you already have a doubled passed f-pawn with a rook behind it. And this king can't even castle. So, yeah. Also, I'm going to show you another line for if you use the Jerome Gambit. You have to be very careful about this line. I'm just going to go back to the Joker piano so I don't mess up. Okay, so, this name is here. So another line after they take and black takes, you have to be very careful about this trap because, I'll just play out all the moves. White players out there in the Jerome Gambit, again, be very careful about this. We already discussed this. Wait. Oh yeah. So, after you castle and they play knight f6, you might be like, okay, I can play h3, right? It stops the knight from jumping. But then you can play d5 as black, and after e takes d5, instead of taking back with the knight, you can play bishop captures on h3, g captures on h3, queen captures on h3, and here, if you look closely, next turn, no matter what white plays, black can, again, you're not going to take the, like, even if, oh, okay, so you're not going to take the queen because it's just, I don't think the queen's that valuable in this position right now. So, she can't even move anywhere, so no point. So, if the queen takes the rook, then you could force a draw here. If they go there, there's numerous checks. And, yeah. Okay, so watch out for this. So I'm just going to go back, and I'm going to show you how to defend against this. Okay, so after bishop takes on f7, and king takes on f7, knight takes on e5, knight takes on e5, queen to h5, g6, queen takes, queen e7, queen takes, queen h4, castles. After knight f6, when you play h3, if they play d5. I do not recommend taking the pawn. I recommend e5. What this does is, ultimately, it just hits off the knight. The best move for black is knight to g5 because it still kind of holds a threat. But again, it's going to be a very good game for white. Black does have some chances on forcing a draw, but definitely not that many. If you are very experienced with the Jerome Gambit, I'm gonna guess if your rating is over 800, you will probably not even fall into this trap. You will definitely be able to trade off queens and have an aggressive endgame. I hope you enjoyed the Jerome Gambit. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos. Peace.